Hi there, Ronnie here, coming at you with a video. Oh, Texas. Tut, tut, tut. Uh, Texas court has ruled that judges can refuse same-sex couples, marrying same-sex couples on religious grounds. Yeah, this is the slippery slope now, folks. I think this ruling is absolutely stupid and I hope it gets overturned. Because here's the deal. You can argue religious grounds when it comes to people who are actually working for a religious institution, church, synagogue, mosque, wherever, or any sort of organization that is run by a religious organization. And you can make that argument. I think there's a major problem, which I'll get to in a minute, but you could make that argument. But if you are an employee of the state and the state has set clear rules as to who can and who can't, in this case, get married, then as an officer of the state, you are legally required to do your job. You are not allowed to discriminate. At all. Now, you may personally agree with couple A getting married and not agree with couple B getting married. Fair enough. That's your personal opinion. But when you are acting as a registrar, a judge, you leave your personal business and prejudices out of there. You are there to apply the law, and the law says that same-sex couples can get married. They are entitled to a civil marriage. That is the law. And as a judge, you're one of the people who can perform those marriages. Now, the only way that judges can get round this, really, is to not do marriages at all. It's the only way to do it. Because then you can claim, well, you're not discriminating against same-sex couples because you're not doing marriages at all. See how far that gets you? But at least you'd be consistent. But this, you can do couple A, but you won't do couple B because they're same-sex. Sod that. That's this ruling is dead wrong. And then you get to the religious grounds, and this is where I have a major problem. Because the default is the assumption of prejudice. There are churches in America, as I'm sure there are churches in all other countries, including here in the UK, that I'm sure would have no problem at all performing ceremonies for same-sex couples, exercising their religious freedom. And yet rulings like this tend to assume that all religious institutions would favour discrimination against same-sex couples. And I don't get that. I mean, I could go on a right old tirade about all the inconsistencies just on the Christian side. But quite frankly, I've done that in previous videos. Go watch them. But this is a stupid ruling. I mean, it's the slippery slope because what if what if a judge feels, as some judges did back in the day, that it was against their religious convictions to allow for mixed race marriages? Is that on the agenda next? Some white guy and a black woman, or a black guy and a white woman, stroll up to the courthouse, and the judge says, "Get lost. I'm not marrying you. Your relationship offends my religious convictions." It's a thin end of the wedge, this, and it's not good enough. So I think it's a stupid ruling, um, absolutely insane. I hope it gets overturned. Um, the slightly bigger problem comes with SCOTUS, who is going to hear this stupid woman's case. Well, they're going to decide whether they're going to listen to this stupid woman's case on November 7th. Kim Davis, who seems to be claiming that the fact that gay couples can get married offends her religious sensibilities. Here's my case to her. If you don't like the idea of two men or two women getting married, don't marry a woman, Kim. Don't marry a woman. If same-sex couples offend you so much, don't get into a same-sex relationship. Problem solved. But don't tell same-sex couples that because you have a problem, they should be denied rights. And really, Kim, given your marriage history, you're in no position at all to talk morality of marriage to anyone. Clear as that. Utterly insane ruling. I hope that Supreme Court chooses not to hear the case, decides it's not worth their time, and just kills it. I will never understand the hatred to gay people. As someone who, and I've said this in previous videos, have friends who are gay. The idea that they can't get married simply because they're gay is nuts. Being born gay is no different than being born left-handed. It's just it's not abnormal. It's not a perversion. It's just a slight difference. But it's not something to be demonized, denigrated, and discriminated against. And by the way, the handed thing is really a good analogy, because you could easily go further than that and talk about the analogy between bi or pansexuality and ambidextrous. Not sure how it works with asexual. People who don't like to write, I suppose. But so it's not a perfect analogy, but it works for the main part. But I'm sick of seeing this discrimination, and it's mostly based on assumption of what a god, if there is one, thinks about gay people, even though there is absolutely no evidence to back it up. But again, I've gone in that previous videos. So Texas, get a life. Stop telling people they can't get married simply because you don't like who they're marrying. The Deep South in America does not have a good track record when it comes to human rights. don't start going more backwards now.